is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. And if you enjoy this kind of stuff, it's all a bunch of horse poop.
The content on this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter was not suitable for his own children when young, and he was a permissive parent. Yet he behaves that way anyhow. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. At least for the time being. Any similarity between character, situation, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. And any rebroadcast or transmission of this stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. And would somebody please tell me what the hell that means? Anyhow, viewer discretion is advised. Well now, rules for the layout. It's your layout, do what you want. It's my mayor office, I do what I want. It's your layout, do what you want. And do not dare tell someone what to do, unless they ask you what they should do. And even then, you should be careful when you're telling them what to do. And do not call out, mock, or criticize or insult another channel or on your channel, nor insult the mayor. I'd take it personally. And now, without any further ado, here's that knucklehead you guys have been choosing to come see. Whatever the hell his name is. Hey everybody, how are you? Let me see who's all here today. I hope you're good. Happy Friday. Man, what a crazy week. What a crazy week the week has been. Let me see who's all here first. Wow, we're kind of happening already, although it says we only got 12 people here, but it looks like everybody's posted. Welcome to the Irish Train Guy. You don't have a holy spanner, so we need to fix that. I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. There, you now have a holy spanner. Ed Sutherland is here. Nice to have you here, sir. Graham from Leamington. Always an honor and pleasure. Thank you, sir. Heath from Humanity Junction. Some little channel that hangs around me trying to get more subs. Joseph, good to have you here again, sir. Becoming a regular. Let me see who else we have. Ed, Graham, Heath. Tim JD. Awesome to have you here. And Colin, two of the nicest people you'll ever come across in any chat room. And Chris, awesome to have you here, sir. Hope you are okay. Hope you are good. To be honest, I hope you're feeling awesome. But I hope everybody is feeling awesome. Nice to have you here. I've missed even catching up on your lives. When you were doing your live streams, I would try to watch them and just catch up, just to feel like I was still in touch with everybody. But yeah, for whatever, I do miss seeing those. I miss being in them more than seeing them. But it was always fun to get that group together. So hopefully you'll come back when you're feeling it. Pete Clark, awesome welcome. Carl at Bang Got Your Junction. Pete Clark. Also another guy it's always awesome to see here. And looking sharp. I just got home from work. That's why I was a couple of minutes late getting started. I took off the tie, ran upstairs, just got myself cleaned up a bit, and yeah, and took off my dress slacks. But I wear a shirt and tie and everything when I dress, so I did feel like taking time to change everything. Let me see, who else do we have? Ewan, the Growler, awesome to have you. And John from Schuylkill River Valley, thank you for dropping by, sir. Brian from the Angel Share. I got a copyright claim for showing your son's video. My video is actually banned in 4 countries. Cuba, Iran, North Korea. You get the idea. I'm not worried about it. If my video is banned in those countries, I take it as a badge of honor. But yeah. My guy, normally I just get a copyright strike, your copyright claim. I don't get copyright strikes. I get a copyright claim. I got a copyright claim and a ban in those 4 countries from WMG Media, who apparently owns your stepson's band's rights in those countries. Let me see, who else? So, Common Road Junction, welcome, sir. Hey, Peter, nice to have you. Oh, hey. or Dobry Jin. Let me see. I think I've caught up with everybody that has said hello. If I missed you, please let me know. But otherwise, yeah. Um, it has been so hectic. This is the first time I've been in near my trains since last stream. I logged off last Friday. I went upstairs and I haven't been near my layout since then because after Friday we went over and did some work, and then all day Saturday I was helping my brother-in-law move, and Joyce has still been spending almost every day trying to help him get situated in his new house. We had all kinds of adventures with that. I got stuck with the enviable task of trying to put his library together because he is probably as persnickety with his books as I am with my books. I have a big library that is now buried in a room because where my library was, I now run trains. Let's see, anybody. Oh, Lee. Hi there, Lee. Nice to have you, Lee. From one of your old, longtime friends and admirers. Remember that. Yeah, so we had that little business going. Let's see, I'm trying to do, where am I trying to go? There it is. Pop that up. Then last week was the final week of a grading period. And so all the students are piling in other extra credit work, makeup work, anything else, projects that were due. And I was just swamped with grading and didn't get a lot to do it. And then this week we had to turn in our grades, and we had a bunch of work meetings and stuff. So it's just been nuts. I have not been able to breathe. I didn't even change trains. I'm running the same trains I ran last week. So I hope you forgive me for that. Hey, Rick R., how are you? Welcome in. But yeah, so it's been nuts. I feel more, I feel worse for Joyce because this is her brother. It's not a happy situation. This, and then she's been doing what she could. Other family members have been helping more, a lot more, 10 million times more than I've been helping, but even more than Joyce has been helping. But they apparently have more time to fit it in. But Joyce has been over there anytime she can, trying to get him situated. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Nice to have you here, sir. Paul, glad to have you here. And did you? No, we're going to have to hold you back again. So what's that? 61 years you've been held back now? Chris, we're really thinking you might want to put a little more effort into it. We have never had to hold back a student 61 years before, but we've had to hold you back again. I just don't understand it. So, anyhow, I was fiddling with the trains because one of my computers that I do some of my controls with, I mean, I can do it all with the central station, but I like to do it on this computer as well. Windows decided to do a reboot. And so I did not finish getting everything going. I'm just trusting that everybody meaning my trains, is ready to go. So let me fire them up, and you can see them going through here. And yeah, I think we got everybody in motion. Okay, I think we're good. So again, hey, Kieran, another one of those people that it's just not the same when they're not here. Which Russell? I know a bunch of Russells, and since you addressed me as Mr. Dodge, is that Russell Clark or is that a different Russell? Darn it, my students follow me. Not suitable for work or play. All right, Russell, if you're here, just understand this has an age restriction on it, even though it's model trains. It's model trains with naughtiness. And Kieran, I am just starting to write the scene that you gave me the information for. I am way behind on writing. I just finished writing the full scene out for next week's episode, and then the plot actually explodes. You got one more setup scene here, although this is leading into the plot, but it's the last setup scene. And then next week, finally, those of you that are bored and waiting for action to happen, it starts next week. The plot explodes next week. Hey, Tim Wells. Okay, it is my student Russell Clark. But welcome. You've seen your videos, you don't care. Yeah, but do your parents care? Anyhow, so welcome in everybody to another Friday night live, the Insider Outsider Live. Again, I don't have a lot new to share with you. The two new things. I want to share this with everybody. You guys know the mini camera GoPro. I mean, I know GoPro makes bigger ones, but do you know the GoPro Heroes? If you do, right now, I don't know if it's massively public or somehow I got a link, but if you know the GoPro and you've always wanted one but didn't like the $300 to $500 price tag on the GoPro 8 or the GoPro 9, on the GoPro website, they're on sale for 99 American dollars. $99.99. Let's round it up, 100 American dollars. That is 1/4 of their usual price. They're normally $399, $400. They have got them on sale for 100. I just ordered one yesterday. So if you ever wanted a GoPro and you can swing $100 instead of the 400 usual asking price, they've got the GoPro Hero 8 and the two versions of the Hero 9. And it is their website. It was on my Facebook page. I got an ad from them because they spy on what you're doing. So I bought a GoPro 9 because I'm going to use that one with Wi-Fi to maybe try to do some live cab view shots during my live streams here, to do some cab view shots. I got the Hero 9, the GoPro Hero 9. If it's more detailed than that, I don't know. But they have there's two models of the GoPro Hero 9 and the Hero 8, and they had them all on sale for $99.99. Hey, Steve Childers, how are you, sir? So again, that was just a pop-up ad that came to me. I didn't trust it at first, but I checked it. It took it to the GoPro homepage, not the Go Home Pro. That's what you tell a hooker after that. Never mind. Yeah, I picked myself up one, marked down from 400 to 100. I got my income tax back a while ago. It's been sitting in the bank waiting to see if I'm going to go to Germany this year, which is not looking feasible right now. Maybe by July. So I don't know. Maybe I had to follow the special link. I don't know. Let me look on my Facebook page and see if it's still there. So let me see if I can pop this up on the screen here. Bear with me a second. Yeah, this is right now on my Facebook page. It's called the GoPro Store, and the page is VIPGoProCA.com. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's the GoPro Store, and they're still advertising it. So I'll let that stay there a second. All right, let's go back and look at some trains going around. So as you all know, there's my IC2. I don't have his lights on. I'll have to get his lights on. There we go. And that was the Regio Bahn. And then here is my beloved railjet. And there's the Delmenhorst station. The village view. Here's that little close-up cam. We're just following them around. The 11-lane view. Kind of busy there right now. Hi, Jackie. Well, I hope you get there faster and better. Whoops, I forgot to do the long view. And there's long view, but sadly the railjet's already up and around to up the ramp again. So that was kind of a quick whirlwind tour around it. Hey, Simo, welcome in. Tried to do scenery, but a little dude pulled the tree up. Yeah, Germany's in major lockdown again right now. They've had a break up. They're still thinking that by June they'll be opening back up. But yeah, they went back down into a lockdown. I'd like to say I tried to do scenery, but I haven't tried to do anything. My layout looks as it has for the last year. I don't remember the last time I actually built anything on my layout. Oh, I said the layout. I even called it a layout myself, my train table. But, yeah, our weather here has been bipolar. We have had very beautiful, warm for this time of year days, just gorgeous days, and then it goes cold again, a little bit of snow flurries in the air, and then back up to warm, and then back down to cold. It's been a roller coaster. Chris needs coffee. Man, Chris, we even started an hour earlier, just for you, and you're still sleepy. Come on, dude. Hey, Boulder Creek Yard, welcome in. But again, I'll ask, how is everybody else doing? How are you guys doing out there? I said I wish I had more fun and stories to. I did have a little fun at work yesterday and today. I've taught this lesson. I teach a class on mythology, and I teach this one lesson with my students. And for years, because my students half the time don't read the stories, or if they read the stories, they don't get some of the things. And I have this one bit, and I pull out like a $20 bill, and I've done this for 11 years with this lesson. I've said, if anybody can figure this out, you can have a 20. You can have this 20. I'll buy you a pizza, whatever. And I put the money out there, and of course they never take it. And I tell them this bit, and I say, okay. I get them to say, all right, who do you think this character was? You know, trying to get them to think of it as a character in this myth is one of the Egyptian gods in disguise. And of course there's an obvious answer, so they all go for it. And then I say, okay, now I got $20. That theory you came up with is brilliant. It all makes sense. It's perfect. You guys sound so brilliant explaining this. But is there anything in this story that says you could be wrong? And I say nothing else. Is there anything in this story that says your theory is wrong? That basically throws your theory out the window. And for years, they've never said anything. You know, they're just like, they'll throw out ideas. It's like, okay, you either didn't read or you didn't catch the spot. And so I made the mistake of giving a clue before I drew the money back. I gave a little bit of a clue, and one of my students nailed it. He's like, oh, yeah, when the line says this right at this point in the story. I'm like, crap, and I had to give the kid $20. I gave one of my students $20. So I gave a student $20 yesterday because they figured something out. But I gave them a clue. I should have cut it in half or something. Joseph is in Odessa. The Odessa files. You will be shot and asked to leave the country. 12-hour shifts. I did 12-hour shifts when I was an asbestos remover. 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. That was one of the hardest jobs I ever did. The other super hard job I ever did was I worked as at a refinery. I worked as the tank cleaner, interior tank cleaner. I worked a couple of summers as a licensed asbestos remover, and then before that I worked summer jobs and holiday jobs. I worked as at the local refinery here. I worked as a tank cleaner. When they emptied all the petroleum out of them, we'd go in every now and then and have to scrub them, scrub it all down, get all the residue and crap out before they filled them up again. Oh, you got the 01. Okay, hang on, Peter. I'm going to open that up on a different page here. Doobie doobie doo, shadoobie doobie, doobie doobie doo. What do you mean, oops, something went wrong? Let's try that again. Hey, Pater, check your link. Every time I click on it, it says not working. Go away, all you stupid junk mail. Yeah, Pater, check your, it's not working for me. Because I would love to see that. Whoops. There we go, back. Let me see, has anybody else come in? What are we up to? Do it again, bow, bow, bow. Yeah, we're up to 24. No, the last thing we want to do is lock Lee in the loft. Last thing you want to do is lock Lee in the loft. Hey, say that 5 times fast. Lock Lee in the loft, lock Lee in the loft, lock Lee in the loft. Aha! You guys just go about your business. I'm going to watch Pater's video here. Ooh! Oh, that's a sharp one. That is a BR01. My Christmas train is a BR01. Yep. So yeah, that's the same thing as my Christmas train, just doesn't have the Christmas stuff on it. Oh, that's a cool one, Pater. How am I not subscribed to your page? Well, now I am. Maybe that's why I didn't see that pop up. There, now, Pater, you got 7 subscribers now, Pater. I just subscribed to you. I thought I was subscribed, but I've just subscribed, Pater. Hey, why don't y'all join Pater's page, and let's see if we can double his subscriptions up. He's got 7 now. Let's see if we can get it, or maybe it's 6 now. No, he's got 8. So we're already joining it. Everybody, let's jump up Pater. Let's get him up to like 12, 15, or 20. But, oh, that's a gorgeous train, Pater. Sadly, I don't know how to say that in Slovak or even Czech. I know Russian. Хорошо. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I probably could pop it up on here too and let you all see. All right, well, we're bumping them up. We're going for it. We're going for it. Bumping them up. Crazy, man, crazy. All right, why is it not opening on this computer? Apparently it's just my main computer here won't let it open. It worked on this one, but not this one. Oh well. So, yeah, I got it working on this computer, but for some reason on this computer, it keeps coming up YouTube creator issue. Dum diddy dum dum dum. I'll sort it out later. But can I bypass it by doing it some other way now? Let me check. Ooh, I'm back up to 818. Yay. All right, I'm going to have some fun with this. There we go. There, that's Pater's page. This is Pater's page right now, and that's his new train. So you turn onto my page, and I'm showing you somebody else watching their page. Wow, look, Wardle Road is live now, and he's got 40. I got 21 now, and Donegal Dad has 125 watching. Damn. I'm jealous, Mark. I'm super jealous. All right. So there you go. Pater's got a new BR01. My Christmas train, my first steam engine is a BR01. Again, looks just like that, except it's the Miraklin Christmas one with the Christmas decals on it. Let me see. So where were we at? Let's go to that one real quick, and then I will bump back out of there. Yeah, that was the other big news. Last Friday, heading into the stream, I jumped up to 820 subscribers, my high, 820 subscribers. And by Saturday night, I was down to 811. So YouTube must have been doing a cleaning. I lost 9 subscribers in like 14 hours, and I've never dropped that far. Hey, Melvin, how are you, sir? Randall Ellison, hi there. Hope you guys are, I'm on the same trains as last week, if anybody notices. I do try to let you see the trains, and every now and then people ask me to follow around. Oh, wow, Pater. Yeah, I'd be scared too if I found out they were worth that much money. Yeah, oh, no. That's what I wondered, Ed Sutherland. I didn't think that was also, that stream got a dislike, which is very rare for my live streams. Every now and then I get one, that one. And then when I posted the cartoon, it got 2 dislikes, but 1 was taken down. When I posted the replay of the Matt Clark episode. And none of those have gotten a dislike, but that one got 2. and then somebody went back and took theirs off, and it went down to 1 dislike. But that live stream got a dislike, and it's rare that my live streams get a dislike. Now, having said that, I'll get a bunch today. But yeah, that stream got a dislike, and I lost 9 subscribers right after that stream, within 12 hours after that stream. And I didn't think I said anything. You know, I did my usual silly rants, but definitely didn't talk politics or anything else, and nothing I haven't said before. But yeah. So what'd we get you up to, Pater? Where you at now? 16. Hey. All right. Thank you, everybody, for doing that. And, you know, again, we all talk about it. Those of us that do live streams and get a lot of you in, you know this chat goes with Tim and Ali and everybody else. We all talk about it. We all talk about, okay, we don't, who cares if you got a thumbs down? It's just, and in the short term, it does bother me. I will admit it. I'll be one of the people to admit when somebody gives me a thumbs down, in the long run, I don't care about it. But in the short term, it bothers me. Like, okay, same old question. Why do you give a thumbs down? And most people have that attitude. Well, it's random. No, it's not. It's somebody waiting for you to log on to give you a thumbs down. Heath now has this with his live streams. He hasn't started and he's got a thumbs down. Ali has one before he even starts. Tim often will have one before he's even gone on. Tim at Tim's Trains, Models, Adventures, Artistic Imageries, General Random, Mayhem, and All Around Silliness, whatever the title of his channel is now. Tim gets a lot of that. And, you know, if it is a stalker, you know, I guess it's funny that hey, they're waiting for you to come on. So, yeah, that's kind of funny. Pathetic, but funny. But if somebody's put you on like a random drop, that's just weird. But in the long run, I don't care. I mean, it's to them, you know. And, you know, if it's somebody who has a personal issue with me because they go on my Facebook page and they see my political views, or they don't like something I said in the stream and so they're going to give me a dislike, fine, you know, to you. Or if you're in England, to you. But whoever they are. Yeah, it annoys me for a bit because it's like, come on, I'm just running my trades. But if you're one of those rivet cows like, oh my God, he doesn't have any, then it's sad. Yeah, I was there, Tim. You had like, it went as high as 5. You had 3 before you started, was at 5 within 10, 15 minutes, and then went down. Now, in some cases, I think it's some of the guys in the chat room having some fun. I think they're just being silly. That's why it goes down. But there's definitely the 1 or 2 that stay. Yeah, oh, I always get at least 1 hookup porn spam. I gotta stop responding to them. Joyce is getting mad and they keep sending more. I've got 3 today. See, that's because I said something, so people are messing with me now. I just like myself to make myself feel better. Oh, you broke your DCS remote. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Considering the things I've dropped and broken in the last 2 weeks, my utter sympathy. Things I've broken. So yeah, it's... So, yeah, let's get ready for the event you've all been crying to avoid. Where are we at? Let's go here. Sounds like Joyce is home. Is that you, Joyce? Yeah. Joyce is home. Okay. Your dying fans await you. I'm just getting ready to play the video for the first time. Anyhow, yeah, it's Matt Clark time. Of all the episodes, I'm a little worried about this one. And not for reasons you might think. This one, yeah, you gotta understand, there actually is a plot. There is a storyline. If some of you are just watching this like, when are we going to get to the action? I've been building it up. It is coming. In fact, next week we have one big scene and then the whole plot. Now, if you really are paying attention, I've been setting things up. So there's always something being set up. There is always something that's being set up. It's just there's so much to come, I keep setting up. And this scene was originally going to be part of another scene, but I wound up taking 2 scenes and splitting them into 4 because I had so much information. And then this scene was like, I didn't want to add it to one scene, and it was kind of short. So I rewrote it to fill it up. But normally each scene has one big joke that I based or 2 jokes, 2 comic scenes that I base the episode on. I mean, it's setting up the plot, so that's part of it. But then the other part is there's 1 or 2 key jokes that are part of that scene. And this one did not have a key joke. It does not have a base joke to it. But this was going to be part of the previous scene, and then it would have made that scene like 14 minutes long. And if I put it on the next scene, it didn't quite fit in. So I wound up just kind of stretching it out and making it its own scene. So I started with 2 scenes, and I've divided them into 4. And I've got to get writing them. But if you remember last week, Bobby the Kid and gang went to the telegraph station up at the miners' camp to signal messages. And of course, the lines had been down. And in the episode before that, we had Walter Down and Daisy. And they've been revealed as they're part of Bobby's plot and gang. Daisy is a bad girl. So we've got one more plot set up, and that's this scene. So we'll see how it goes. So anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, episode 10. And by the way, I think on this episode, the title of the next scene is going to be changed slightly. So, I always give a title of the next episode, because it's a serial. Join us for episode whatever. I just changed the title last night slightly. So anyhow, let's go on to this. I hope you guys are ready. I hope you guys enjoy it. We'll see how it goes over. This is one you want to watch as much as listen. The only joke is watching. So where are we at? Bada bing, bada boom. Hi, Nancy.
Smokey, you know you've been banned from back here. Now get moving, honey.
I have a message for you, Miss McGill. They have fixed the telegraph lines. I guess a big explosion at the miners' camp up at Lake out below knocked the lines out there. This message is for you, and it says urgent.
Why, thank you, Smokey. That's very kind. Now you run along. Besides, you missed the dancing girls anyhow.
Oh, no, I didn't. Goodbye, Miss Lil.
It's Lil. Wait a minute. Smokey, did you just call me Lil?
Yeah, it's your name, isn't it?
You're the only one to call me my name.
That's because everybody else in this horse poop town is a moron. Goodbye.
Busted again, eh, Smokey?
Sorry, man, I can't stop. I have to run some errands.
Well, hello, Matt. It's nice to see you. but I really don't have time. We're on in a few minutes.
Well, it's always a pleasure to see you, darling. But actually, I need to talk to Bruce and Tad.
You need to talk to the boys? Why, whatever for, Matt?
Well, it's kind of a personal matter, Miss Nancy.
It's Lil, Matt.
Darling, I just need to talk to them before the show here. I know tonight's your last show, and you have a few days off afterwards. But I won't see you tonight after the shows, and tomorrow is a big day with the Black Mamba and dealing with Bobby once and for all. I just want to make sure you're safe here while I'm gone.
Oh, Matt, I am worried about tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Don't you worry your pretty little head now, Nancy. Everything will be all right. Now, are the boys back here? I really need to talk to them.
Yes, they are back in the dressing room. Now, what's in this letter? Dear Miss McGill, after several reviews of your show, we are quite impressed and would like to hire you for a 2-week stint as headliner at our famous Golden Palace Star Maker Casino and Saloon here in Paradise City. If you are interested, we would need you to come in person to Paradise City on May 17th by 2 p.m. to finalize the contract. Sincerely, Max Perf, Casting Couch Productions. Headline? At the Golden Palace? This is the one show I've been dying for. I can't believe it. May 17th at 2 p.m.? That's tomorrow. The only way I could get to Paradise is to ride the Black Mamba.
Wow, what's that you got there, Nancy? Some good news?
The best, Matt. Look.
Casino and production, casting couch. The 17th? Why, that's tomorrow. You can't get to Paradise in time for this. I'm so sorry, darling.
I can. I can get there on the Black Mamba.
But you can't take the Black Mamba tomorrow. You know what's going on. We're fully expecting to have to deal with Bobby the Kid tomorrow. I can't risk you being on that train.
But Matt, this is my one big break. I have to get to that job.
Now, Nancy, you just can't. It's too dangerous.
Are you keeping all passengers from Santa Fe and Big Gulch off that train?
Well, no, I don't have that kind of authority on the rail lines. I have tried, though.
Then I can be on that train. Besides, you don't know Bobby's gonna make his move for sure.
Now, Nancy, I have to put my foot down, sweetie. If I even see you on that train tomorrow, I will pick you up, throw you over my shoulder, and put you right back off of it.
But Matt!
I'm sorry, Nancy, but no.
But Matt!
Do not dare to be on that train tomorrow. You hear me?
I hear you, Matt, but now I have to go on stage. You should let me finish getting ready. Oh, I will be on that train, Matt. Nothing'll stop me from riding that Black Mamba to Paradise. Not even Matt will get me off the Black Mamba. Walter will want to tell Bobby about this.
All right, there we go. Episode 10 down and in the books. I got to ask, was that buffering because I was just watching my internet and had a massive drop? Our city is taking down trees because they're going to redo our road, which has needed redone for about 10 years. They're finally going to come through and do our road. And they took a bunch of trees down along the boulevard. And these idiots probably knocked cable loose or something. Yeah, that was the, other than the little, now, the scene there, the two things that were originally in that scene was originally just Lil gets the letter to tell her she's got to be on the train tomorrow. Lil gets that letter. And then the scene where Bobby calls her Lil. That was all that scene was. She gets the letter. And that was going to be part of a previous scene. And it just didn't feel like it fit there. So that's one of the things that gave me writer's block, as I just didn't feel like that little snippet there fit there. And it didn't fit on to the coming scene, because the coming scene's a little bit later and everything was being juxtaposed. Hey, Andy at March West Junction, how are you? But anyhow, so it's why it's one of the things that caused writer's block was I had a basic scene where Lil gets the letter. That's a key part of the plot. Lil has to be on the train. And so if you haven't caught that, Matt's told her not to be on the train, and she says, and that's a trope. That is a stereotype, because there's never been a Western, or at least a style like this, where the man, and again, I'm playing on stereotypes, where the woman has to be on something. I mean, you could think Lucille Ball made a career out of Ricky telling her no and her doing it anyhow. So Lil has to be on the train. And if you go back, there's a scene where Bobby says, I'm going to have them all on the train, even somebody very close to Matt. So if you haven't figured out, this is all part of Bobby's plot to get all these people on that train. And then last episode, Bobby revealed he's going to blow it up. That he's going to blow up the Black Mamba. So, I just hemmed and hawed and finally just pulled this scene out, erased a couple of things that I wasn't sure would work anyhow, and then added this. But there wasn't the ha-ha big jokes. I mean, the one joke was Smokey's bit, which I expanded a bit just to make something more humorous. And by the way, I just finished fully writing the scene where you're going to get the story behind Smokey. That will be in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, you're going to get an understanding of Smokey. I've been waiting for the scene, but I finally sorted something I hadn't sorted out and finished writing it. I'll be filming it this weekend. But so yeah, I just had the bit. Lil gets the letter, and Smokey calls her Lil, and you have that scene. My name's Lil. Wait, did you just call me Lil? That's your name, isn't it? But nobody ever calls me Lil. That's because everybody in this horse poop town's a moron. So, hope y'all enjoyed that episode. Again, not a lot of bawdy comedy. Like I said, I expanded Smokey's role to maintain some of the lowbrow juvenile humor. But then the second half of the scene, the comedy was messing with the signs. Yeah, I like that shot too. The DB4K shot, I like that one. Just in time, it comes through again. Ah, but here comes another guy right behind. Uh-oh, Randall. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'll hope you consider it good, but it's never fun to be called out to work when you don't have to work. Where do I want to go here? How long does it take me to make an episode? Well, there's 3 stages. I conceive, I started writing this plot a long time ago when whoever it was inspired me to start making jokes about this. It's been almost 3 months now, and then I started doing this because we're on episode 10. So now let's go to this view. You'll see things even better. I mean, this isn't a bad view, but you get bigger pictures on this one. So I conceive of the plot line, and I immediately wrote the first 5 scenes. I wrote the first 5 scenes over a weekend. It probably took me about 6 hours to write those 5 scenes, coming up with the jokes, fixing them, streaming them. But to make each episode, not counting the time it takes to write the scene, which can take anywhere from, if I'm really feeling it, I can write an entire scene in half an hour, 40 minutes, and then touch it up. A couple of these scenes have taken me a couple of hours to write, where I'm really trying to make sure it fits in properly, making sure the joke I want fits in, but also the plot maintains. But to sit down, do the voices, and come up with the animation, that's let's say for this episode, although this one had a little bit more to it, it probably took me about 2 to 3 hours to make that episode. From doing the voices, editing the voices, and then doing all the cartoon animation. It's not really animated. So yeah, I would say about 2 to 3 hours to do the episode you just watched. Hey, Delta CRJ 900, welcome in. One of the longer episodes, I'd say, probably took me 3 to 4 hours to do that. But yeah, I'd say on average about 2 hours to do an episode. But like the episode last night probably was closer to 3 hours. It's not bad. It's not bad because, let's face it, it is the lowest level of cartoon making you can do. I mean, because before I started making these, I spent hours on Google finding the right pictures for each character. Now again, I've created new characters. Since I started this series, I've created new characters. There's going to be a character in the scene 2 weeks ago that I just created. Daisy was there all along. The Matt Clark character, the cartoon character for Matt Clark is Matt Clark from the TV show. I just added the very cheesily done, penciled on mustache because my hero has to have a mustache. So, and usually it's 2 to 3 hours of taking the pictures in and splicing in, but again, doing the voices, editing the voices, and then because I do the cartoons and then I fix the voices into the cartoon, or I do the voices first and then I fit the cartoon onto the voices. Yeah, it's normally, even if it's 2-3 hours, which for me is a lot of time, because I do it usually I sit down and do the scene. Like tonight or tomorrow night, I'll record all the voices for next week's scene. And then tomorrow, I'll sit down on my laptop and spend 2-3 hours putting the pictures together. But I spent hours before I started doing this show, I spent hours on Google looking for the right pictures. Now, here's the funny thing. Last week, you guys saw Five Finger Bill clean shaven. And somebody's like, hey, that's Jack Elam. I'm like, yeah, the original picture of Five Finger Bill was also Jack Elam. So I thought it worked brilliantly because I picked 2 pictures of Jack Elam because I knew there'd be a scene where he was shaving his beard. That little bit was plotted 3 months ago. That little bit was plotted 3 months ago. So yeah, I had a yeah, and the funny scene about him being shaved is not next week. Next week is the big show the night before the train heist. I can give you that away. Define darker, Randall. Define darker. I mean, I think all the very twisted, bizarre, unless you're being ironic there, Randall. I think Smokey alone is a very dark. That's a dark hole to go down. If you pay attention to Smokey's rants, I mean, you go back to the first time Smokey shows up. If you listen to his rant,
No, Smokey, do this. No, Smokey, you can't do that. No, Smokey, you can't do... No, Smokey, don't tell anybody about these pictures.
you know, that's pretty dark. So I guess when we're to balance things out in dark humor, I'm not quite sure. I mean, because to me, it's all just stupid humor. I mean, yeah, I have a few jokes. I mean, how do you say this without it sounding insulting? There are intellectual jokes in there. There are wordplay jokes for a certain academic crowd of people. That there are people that would find the show totally stupid but go, oh, that one joke was clever. But most of the humor is just stupid humor. It's just, I don't want it to be too arrogant to humor. Some characters think they're, I can think of a lot of stand-up comedians I don't enjoy because they think they're so clever. And in the end, I just want it to be stupid. I mean, the whole point of this is to be stupid. But you get people, and I do get emails and comments. For example, somebody complained about the, in your recent episode, you had them talking about a penicillin shipment. Now, your story says it's 1891, but penicillin didn't come out until the 1920s. And I'm like, yeah, I know that. It's the joke. That's the joke. Oh, I remember that one, Randall. I remember that. And it's like, then you obviously missed the Wi-Fi sign at the train station in the second episode. There's a lot of anachronistic humor in here. Diesel Dan's called Diesel Dan, but it's 10 years before diesel engines were known in the United States. But it helps the joke. But if I had set this up in 1905, some of the humor or some of the things I'm planning don't work as well because by 1905 some things had changed. And so for those rivet counters, like your story said in 1891 and the out west didn't have electricity in 1891 and the back scene of the stage had a light up mirror on the wall. It's like those guys that go to Star Trek commercials and argue, Star Trek conventions and argue science. Excuse me, Mr. Shatner, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Shatner. In season 2, episode 48, when the Starship Enterprise goes, that doesn't really work when a vortex black hole is, it's like, dude, it's just a show. Let it ride. Hey, Crazy Joe. It's meant to be stupid. Did you sit through Monty Python and the Holy Grail going, wait a minute, knights didn't do that in the Middle Ages? No, that's the joke. And you either enjoy the stupid humor or you don't. Well, I don't take kindly to you. We don't take kindly to you making fun of cowboys. Well, we don't take kindly to people who don't take kindly. That's an old joke from my son and his friends back when they were students of mine. We don't take kindly to your kind around here. Yeah, well, we don't take kindly to those of you who don't take kindly. That's right. In our worlds, we do what we want. I'm gonna make these cartoons and I'm gonna put them out there for you. And if you like them, awesome. And if you don't like them, I'm putting these cartoons out there anyhow. You know that by now. That's probably why I only have 22 people here and not 40. Actually, it's probably because everybody's out watching the other live streams. But again, I know who my friends are. I know I got people who come just to see Daisy, and Daisy hasn't really been in the last episodes. Yes, Daisy got a cameo today. Daisy did get a cameo appearance today. No, Randall, that's fine. And again, don't think I'm talking to you. I just, yeah, I mean, I now I get what you're saying too, but yeah, don't think I'm harping at you at all. I don't want you to think that at all. If I'm gonna put this out there, I want people to make suggestions. You know, I may not listen to them, but I like people's input. But you know, I just have too much Monty Python where, like Life, well, not Life of Brian, but like Holy Grail, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. There really isn't a serious scene in there. even when Lancelot goes through the wedding crowd and kills half the people, it's funny. You're laughing at people getting slaughtered. It's funny. But yeah, this was the one scene that was kind of had more serious to it. And that's why I went through and did all the background stuff. I mean, those of you who paid attention, all the posters are changing constantly. You know, I felt those walls were bare and they would have had wanted posters, and recently gone through show posters on that. So I started off with some ones that were from the 1880s and 1890s. And then I just went stupid with it. So I just, it's me. And I know a lot of people, like that I post it outside the show where there's less distraction, I guess. And some people don't, they don't get the views. Yeah, and Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is awesome. But at the same time, I didn't want to steal from Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles is so hilarious. But I didn't want to steal any of their jokes. In fact, there's a scene from Blazing Saddles I would love to steal and put in this, in my series here. There's a particular joke I love and would love to put it in the episode, but I'm not going to because I know I'm stealing it, and the jokes in here are my jokes. I mean, that's the best thing about this, is if you're laughing at this, this is me sitting down with my jokes. I'm not stealing this from stuff. I might be influenced, but this is my stuff. This is me writing. This is me putting it together. And so if people get a kick out of it, I really feel good because this is my stuff. I'm not, oh, that was a George Carlin joke, or, oh, you got that from Blazing Saddles. I intentionally try to avoid borrowing other people's jokes. That's why everything I'm doing is a 80 degree. That's why Smokey. Here, I'll share you this one because some people have asked. Not enough, but some people have asked. My inspiration for some of the characters. And while every TV show, like a lot of people think Smokey is like Wesley Crusher from Star Trek Next Generation, taken to the max of obnoxiousness. No, it isn't. There was a serial, what was it? Space Rangers. What was the guy's name? Oh, crap. Now I forget. Now I'm going to have to, oh, God, I hate it when my brain freezes like this. I was going to talk about it, and I didn't write it down. Um, um, Rocky Jones. Manhunt in Space was one of the episodes. Manhunt in Space. It was an old 1950s TV show, and it's Rocky Jones. I forget what the show was called. There's Rocky Jones, Winky, and the professor. And then there's Bobby, who's like 8 years old but knows astrophysics. Bobby knows more than he should know at that age. Even brain development couldn't handle all that. I'm going to say it's Rocky Jones and I want to say it's Rocky Jones and the Space Rangers, but I could be wrong. I'll Google that real fast, see if it's... It's Rocky Jones Space Ranger. So Matt Clark, Railroad Detective, Rocky Jones Space Ranger. And there's an 8-year-old kid called Bobby, and I can't stand that kid in that show. So yeah, Rocky Jones Space Ranger. And there's an 8-year-old kid named Bobby who's a super genius at 8. And I can't stand that kid. So Smokey is my ripping that character Bobby apart. Yes. It was done on Mystery Science Theater 3000, MST3K. Now, a lot of you hate Smokey. I think I've been saying Sparky. A lot of you hate Smokey. I like the character Smokey, probably because he's been the most fun to write. He's been the most fun to write. And then the most fun to do, well, I enjoyed writing Dan D and all the Adamant jokes. I've enjoyed that one. Now, when it comes to recording voices, I love to record Daisy because I get to sit here and listen to Joyce do that voice all the time. Maybe that's too much information for you all out there, but I get to listen to Joyce doing her Daisy voice all the time, so that's my favorite one to record. No, everything Bobby's going to do and every Bobby joke is already written. Or not Bobby, Smokey. Bobby is the villain. And I have 2 potential endings involving Bobby. I haven't decided which one yet. It doesn't affect how the story changes. It's just sort of the epilogue, what happens to Bobby. And I haven't decided which one to go with yet. Irish Train Guy, how long did it take me to complete my layout? I can't answer that question because it is not complete. It's not even close. It's not even started. This picture, where the train station is, that's the only completed part. That train station. Everything else is just crap I threw on to make it look like I have a layout. But it's not. The current track arrangement took me about 3 months to build the track arrangement, although laying the track itself was like a week, 2 weeks. But designing it and putting the ramps in and everything was another month or 2. And I actually have video of doing that from January and February of 2019. It took me about 3 months to get all the track in and down. And then I've just added stuff for the heck of it at different times. So, But no, there is a very important scene with Smokey. I've been building this up. There's a very important scene with Smokey. I just need to write the intermediate scenes. Again, I started with a general plot, then I plotted the general script out. So it's like I know I'm going to go from A to B. Okay, I'm gonna run my highway from New York to Chicago. Okay, then I got to choose the route it's going to take to Chicago, and then I got to fill in all the details. So that's how I go about writing a script. I decide where I'm starting and where I'm going to go, and then a general idea of how I'm going to get there, and then as I move along that plot, I flesh it out and fill it up. The general plot has not really changed. Now, before I got to them, for example, there were a lot of things that could have happened with Sam. I'll share this with you. Originally, I was going to have Five Finger Bill shoot Sam. If you go back to the scene where Five Finger Bill goes to the dynamite emporium, my original thought, before I wrote the whole script out, was I was going to have Five Finger Bill shoot Sam. And then try to explain why Sam is dead to Annie later in the story. And instead, my brain just came up with the explosion, which I thought was so funny. I still laugh at that scene. And then I created the character Sal. Sal was going to be there, but making him one-armed Sal and making him an idiot that keeps playing with the nitroglycerin. That was once I sat down and really started writing that particular scene. And so I decided to have Sal blow the whole place up, which took out the lines, because I hadn't decided exactly how I was going to have the lines down. I knew I wanted the lines down. No, now you got to remember, Bobby the Kid is 32 years old. Smokey is 8. Smokey is 8. So if they're brothers, they're long distance brothers. I don't know if you guys will like the end result with Smokey, but that's been planned all along. Daisy is a character that I've had a couple of temptations to rewrite, and technically I still could, but I really don't want to. I want to keep the plot I have with her. And Joyce agrees. I've told Joyce the different plots I want to take with Daisy, and she agrees with my initial instinct, because I did rewrite part of Daisy, and then I went back to the original version with Daisy. Wow. My crowds are getting smaller and smaller. I'm just not loved like I used to be. Is anybody else still live? I'll take a peeky boo. I thought Tim wasn't going live on Fridays. Or on, on Fridays. I thought Tim didn't go live on Fridays. Hey, my buddy Colwich Junction put up a new video on looking that well. So, guess we can do some of the big shots. So yeah, I'm going to have another camera or two. I don't know why, but I am. Well, hi, Ollie at Wardle Road. Go DV 4K here. Catch that guy coming down the hill. No, I don't get model railway news, model railroad news, sorry. All right, let's go to DDK. We'll catch this guy coming around this way. We're going to get 2 guys here. Actually, we're going to get 3 guys. 2 close up and 1 in the background. Yeah, I was actually looking to buy a locomotive here because I got a little money, pocket money that I can spend on trains. And sadly, the one I really wanted is no longer available. So that's an oops darn, waited too long. But it was either that or buy my deluxe steamer. I think the steamers will make a return next week. I should get more of the... I used to have all the cameras ground level. If I can work that out, Pater, I'm definitely going to do that. If I can work that out, I'll do that. I just read a comment. Tim JD. Now, as you know, the show is called Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. So Matt is the hero, at least in a literary sense. He's the hero. That doesn't mean other characters won't be involved in the denouement to the story. Well, that, Peter, that's an idea with this, whatchamacallit, this Hero 9 I ordered. This GoPro Hero 9 I ordered. It's small enough I really could set it on the layout and film from behind the passengers at the station. So I could do that one. Yeah, the thing is, Joseph, I know they're popular with a lot of collectors. I don't... Let's go somewhere else. Let's go back to scene 2. They're not a favorite locomotive of mine in terms of appearance, okay? They're not a favorite that way, and they don't fit with what I'm into. I'm not a big fan of the crocodiles. They're awesome pieces of equipment. I know a lot of people love them. I'm not into the crocodiles, and they're a freight runner, not a passenger train. And I've already got my 1 freight locomotive and 1 freight passenger train. So I can say with 99.99999%, I'll probably never buy a crocodile. Now, if somebody gives me one or says, hey, for $50 I got this really nice one, but I can't see myself investing in a crocodile. Well, Crazy Joe, since you mentioned it, I seriously considered a Hamlet ending. And if you don't know what a Hamlet ending is, everybody dies. I considered that heavily, having an episode where everybody dies. But Joyce really was like, no. There are certain tropes, certain archetypes we call. Now again, I don't want to come across as too much of a know-it-all, but if you don't know what an archetype is to literature what a stereotype is to people. It's a expected, predicted pattern. So an archetype is like a plot. Boy meets girl, boy and girl break up, boy and girl hook up in the end. That's an archetypal plot. So there are certain archetypes of this plot we're going to try to maintain. Yeah, I saw several people pop live tonight. But thank you for popping in. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to have you here. As long as you keep your legs covered, because Joyce goes crazy anytime she sees your legs, Alan. I expect all your live videos to be from the waist up. It's like Elvis. Like Elvis in the 50s. They had to videotape him. They had to film him on TV from the waist up. I can't have my wife admiring your legs anymore. I seriously doubt that. Too easy going. But let's see. I was rambling something about the plot line. Um, so yeah, there's going to be a traditional ending, but with all my very twisted humor into it as well. Yeah, Peter, I know that they tried, like on the Ed Sullivan show, they tried to get him to tame it down, but they also ordered the camera people to film him from the waist or from the belly button up to make sure. Well, Tim JD was here. Everyone's here. I've only got 20. Normally I get close to 30, sometimes over 30. But yeah, I didn't think Tim Wells went live on Fridays, and he went live here, and he was here. So, you know, it doesn't bother me. I guess. I mean, it's cool. I multi-stream. I'm in multiple streams at the same time. I just can't multi-stream and do my own stream, because otherwise I'd be over at Tim's. Hey, Andrew T, how are you? I'm okay. It has been an emotionally draining last couple of weeks, and very busy at work and then after work. I have, I managed to get an episode filmed last week. I had really planned on writing the rest of my plot lines. I wanted to write all the scenes this last week and a half, and then some family crap hit the fan, and I just couldn't get to it. And then like Wednesday, I was babysitting my grandson. I had planned to do some writing, but I was babysitting my grandson while Joyce, who had signed up to babysat, went and dealt with her brother's issues. So we had, and again, it's tragic because it's Joyce's brother who does have ALS, who has ALS, as I was explaining last week. And he's changing houses. And it's not easy to adapt. And then there were just really annoying things. For example, he called the cable company, and he needs internet. He has Alexa set up through his house for emergency issues and everything else. And the AT&T people, which I would have never gone to AT&T in America, they sent a guy out, and then they said, it looks like we're going to have to do some things. We'll come back in 3 weeks and get that set up. My brother-in-law, Tom, cannot be without internet a day, much less 3 weeks. And when they called and said, hey, he's got this condition and he has to have his internet for all his aides around the house, they're like, oh, well, all right, we'll send somebody back out. And then blah, 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 blah. Oh, it looks like it's still going to be some days. And we said, never mind. And we called the local cable company that Joyce and I use. They had somebody there within 2 hours and had him set up in an additional 2 hours. So 4 hours from call to his internet being completely set up by our local cable company, the one I use. And the only one I'd use. Hey, did I see St. Mary's is here? Stuart is here. Hi, Stuart. Nice to have you here. But yeah, it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. Moving him to his new house and trying to get him set up and other things involved with this. And it's a tearjerker because it's ALS and Joyce is trying to deal with this, with her brother having this. He was diagnosed a while back. And of course, I had my grandson, which I love having a grandson. And then he was at the house yesterday, but my daughter was babysitting him because my daughter is trying to get her job done. Yeah, AT&T is just awful. I would never do AT&T for anything. And AT&T is nationwide. They're everywhere. But our local cable company. They're owned by the people who own the local newspaper. They're actually are really good. Their prices are not the cheapest, but you get what you pay for. Their customer service is better than anybody. And I'm sure there's somebody in Toledo who would say, "Oh, I hate their customer service." But you got to be a real jerk for their customer service to not work for you. When I have customer service issues, they take care of it quickly at no charge. I think they're awesome. Yeah, fortunately we don't have that, although we just get emails. But in our city, Pater, we have the local company and then AT&T, or then the two dish networks. Actually, it's AT&T again or Dish. So we don't have a lot of competition anymore because AT&T has kind of bought out everybody locally other than the local cable company. So, yeah, that's just been a big thing. And then, like I said, last week was a grading period, and I just got swamped with work. And then this week we had to turn all our grades in, and we had all kinds of meetings, and I am in charge of some state testing. So I have to do the yearly retraining to prove I can still do the state testing. Which is not a lot of fun. Let's get you up to a little bit more speed there, Railjet. You shouldn't be going so slow, but I did not crank you up. Get that Austin real quick. Ah, Andy. Okay, hi. No, because Graham, in at least my situation, that's a good thing. But I shouldn't have said that. No, yeah, AT&T is just garbage. Yeah, and I think that's one thing we might be a little better at. I've got 200 down and 10 up. I have 200 down, 10 up, and I'm happy with that. So, hello again, Andy Ambrose. Welcome in. But yeah, it's just been the last 2 weeks. I had stuff, personal stuff, easygoing, relaxing stuff I wanted to do and work on, and that all went out the window, just gone. Most of you noticed I wasn't on live chats and was not around, other than I made it to Sidetrack Sunday on Sunday. And while I was watching Sidetrack Sunday, I tried to catch up on a lot of people who posted videos. But you're noticing either I haven't been commenting on your videos, or my comments are much shorter than normal, because I do try to watch them all, but sometimes I'm watching 3 different people at once, just trying to get caught up and maintain my integrity of making sure I visit my sites. See, we can't get that here, Boulder Creek. I would love 35 up, but the highest our local company offers is 20 up. I don't know if we're limited. Like right there, Leamington Station, the 250 down and 25 up. I would love that, but you can't get that here. And I think it's government regulations. for whatever reason. But yeah, we can't get those kind of numbers. No company offers them. We can go here. The highest I can go is 400 down and 10 up. I can get 400 down and 10 up, but you cannot go above 10 up here. No company can. Oh yeah, Comcast is around here. Even Comcast can't do it. Actually, Comcast is no longer around here. They got chased out by AT&T. Comcast came in a couple of years ago and tried to set up. They gave some people cable, and then they could not compete, and AT&T finished them off. AT&T came in and basically chased them off and took over all the Comcast subscribers here. But yeah, I was curious to see if that gentleman that was in Heath's show might come in. H&H Express, because he's a Dutch gentleman, I believe, who does N-scale, but Dutch and German, European trains. So I subscribed to his site, and Heath was telling him about my site. But again, you know, maybe he looked at what I do and said, no, I want somebody who's serious about trains. I'm serious about my trains. I'm just not serious about my videos or building my layout. I'm serious about my trains. And I've been seeing that, Randall. My problem is I don't know who's missing because I've been missing. That's the problem. I don't know if you've been missing them too because I've been missing them. Sounds like we're going to have a visitor here. What? Okay. Throw it on the floor. Oh, I got to fix your camera now. I haven't even used this camera here today. I turned it there. So... Reba! There you are. You're on camera now. You're on the camera now. You're on the camera now. There you go. You're on 2 cameras. That's not fair. Even I'm only on 1. How do you rate?
Hi, everybody.
Oh, right. I got to move the mic over here now. There. You get the mic and the camera. There you go. It's all about you. It's all about you. I just like the trains. I don't care if you got a layout or not. I'm into the trains. If even if I prefer modern era.
Oh, Chris. You are something, dear.
If I yeah, I'm still talking like the mic's over here. If I am
Very long week.
2 weeks.
No, at least.
Yeah. Now I got distracted. God, I totally lost my train of thought. You came here and my train of thought went.
Your brain just quit working.
It does that around women you want to impress. Do I still need to impress
I
you?
thought you were talking about layouts and how.
Oh yeah, layouts. I don't. Yeah, whatever your layout has, whatever your trains are, that's what I'm into. I don't care what your layout is, although I appreciate the people who build, and like you, Joe, who custom build amazing stuff. I dearly enjoy the guys that have their trains on a little 2x4 table and run them in circles as much as I enjoy, say, an Everard Junction or somebody like that that's got a big layout and does everything.
I appreciate the talents of everybody.
I appreciate people's talents and skills.
You know, if
Absolutely.
you're just with your trains, that's fine too. Sam and his mom just No layout.
Well, you got Tim JD who runs his on the carpet, although he
Yeah.
just expanded his.
Okay.
I still think Tim could move 2 boxes and run the train behind the boxes and have a little bit more room.
Yeah.
Plus, he could turn those boxes over and cut holes in them, and he's got tunnels.
Well, he's gonna do what he wants to do, though, and that's the way it is.
That's right. You do what you want to do.
Do what you want to do. Do what you can with your space and enjoy them.
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. Yeah, but see, I can see you in this camera. I can see you in my camera when you make those faces. Like 2 weeks ago. That's why you were banned from the show last week. You were making those faces behind me, so I had to ban you from the show.
Yeah, sure, I was banned.
That's why you weren't on the show last week.
That's why
I had to ban you because you were making faces behind me. Yeah, Alan was here for a bit too. I told him he's not allowed to show his legs when you're here. I told him I had to remind him of that.
It's all platonic. It's just, I appreciate a good form.
Form? I thought we were talking legs here.
Oh, I love that baby, but man, is he fussy.
Oma. You're Oma Joyce,
I
right?
am Oma
You're
Joyce.
Oma.
Yeah, well, besides staying with our German roots, it's so much easier to say. So,
Oma.
maybe they'll start calling us Oma and Opa before any grandma and grandpa.
Hey, there's Lehigh Subdivision. Howdy hi, Lehigh. I made that rhyme.
You know,
I'm like
my
that.
sister don't. I'm dyeing my hair until at least the time I retire.
No, you're dyeing your hair until I die.
Okay then.
Alan's still here. I need a suntan first. Uh-oh. Now there's where you can have some fun.
Oh dear.
No, it doesn't work that way. You're attracted to Alan's legs, and Chris loves your voice.
Oh.
This is a love triangle, and I'm not involved.
I don't think you.
I'm left out.
I don't think you quite interpreted that correctly, but you know what? If it makes everybody feel better, it's okay.
Yes, Oma is German for grandmother. Actually, the
Right.
official German word for grandmother is Großmutter, but they say Oma. Oberstmama, meaning the mother over the mother. Oberstmama. Oma. So you have Ma and then Oma. Obermutter.
Yeah, right. Well, they do have sort of a life of their own, Tim.
Who, what, where? Oh.
It was meant to be small. It fills the whole room. Yeah. I mean, is
They're
that
like
the-
children. They grow. You love them. You want them to grow and expand and
How much
learn.
control do you have over it? Yeah.
The difference between your train layout and your children is you don't want your train layout to leave after a certain amount of time, usually. All right, layout, you've been here 20 years. It's time for you to go. Now, you may decide to change your layout, because Lord knows you can't change your kids.
Whoopers. Oh, well, that's nice. I like that little stuff.
Oh, we're back up to 25.
That's good.
Cool.
Are we all hitting the like button?
Wow, Miss Daisy, what are you doing here?
Daisy loves to be here.
Wow, Miss Daisy, you're not supposed to be here.
Miss Daisy wants everybody to hit the like button.
Are you here to go through my legal briefs? Who's that?
Oh, my daughter. Oh, just another picture. My phone's upstairs. What's he doing now?
He's still spinning around. She says when she left him, he was 90 degrees.
Okay.
He's turned 90 degrees around.
Yeah, he does move around a lot. That baby likes to move around a lot.
That's what the beep was.
Yeah.
That's what the beep was. Grandson picture. He's spinning. He's doing clockwork around the cage. Around the cage. The crib. The cage. Yeah, well, to him it's a cage. What blanket did he have? I didn't see a blanket. There is no
Oh,
blanket.
he's
He's on the
mattress.
sheets.
Okay, yeah.
He's on the sheets.
Yep. Oma de Sala from Stargate. Stargate.
What Stargate? Where's Stargate?
So Joyce could be Oma de Sala from Stargate.
Oh, a character. Got it.
Oh.
Yeah. Got it.
I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I only watched the original movie Stargate. That's it. I know they did shows, but that was it. Look at that.
Right.
She's not evil, though.
I'm not. My children, speaking and listening is a standard for ELA. So today, they had to decide, would you rather lick the bathroom floor or a garbage can? Led to a lively discussion.
Oh, for goodness sakes, don't bring that here. We have higher standards of discussion here. Yeah,
they were
Tim
funny.
J.D. Now, you know the plot. You know the plot, at least the basics, right?
Of your show.
Of my show, right,
Yeah,
right.
sure.
Tim J.D. just typed this in threatening letters a little bit ago. Smokey better not be the hero.
Come on. We like Smokey. He's a little precocious. When I say a little, I mean way too much. But,
Yeah.
he's precocious.
The big Smokey reveal is 2 weeks from today.
And it is, you'll learn a little more about him. But,
Well, he's in next episode too. But the big reveal is the
of
following
what
week.
makes him tick.
Yeah.
Or
The
talk.
story behind Smokey is coming soon.
Perhaps Smokey talks, not ticks. Ooh, who knows that reference?
Yeah, just stop.
There's a little goofiness in it.
Indeed, there is.
Yeah.
Oh, the chat died. Oh, wait, somebody says.
In the cellar basement. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Now, isn't that funny? They think I'm a nice guy, and they think you're not evil.
They might be misleading them just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
All of you who thinks Joyce is,
A saint? I am.
yeah, all those who think Joyce is a saint,
I have my moments.
she just needs you to know there's a reason she plays Daisy so well. There is a reason she's Daisy.
Oh,
And Annie Wan.
anyone.
She's not just Annie Wan.
I'm not just anyone. You brought up. No, is that in this one? Yeah, we
That
got
was it.
already, yeah.
That was in last week's.
You brought up my dude.
I can't help it, Sheriff. No, this was the not bang funny scene where they're backstage and she gets the letter. So the only ha humor was Smokey's bit and the.
Well, and the change.
All right, thanks, Lil. Miss Lil. It's Lil.
Wait, what?
You called me Lil?
What? You got it right.
It's your name, isn't it? That's because everybody else in this horse poop town is a moron.
Oh, a little bit of Schrodinger's cat there.
What?
Plot armor. He said he didn't know Joyce, so I can say she is or isn't. I said, oh, Schrodinger's cat.
Pretty much pure evil? Yeah, Joyce can pull it off.
Oh, I don't think that is the way. What can I say?
We just gotta. That's a good mic, you know. I may not have heard that, and that mic might have picked it up. You may have just revealed more than you wanted to reveal, dear.
All is good. All is good. Oh, yeah, we're both good. Did he go? I think so.
Yes, there's one.
There's one more?
Yes. He has one more goal at. I don't want to give it away. He has one more go at Five Finger Bill. For this guy, but then people say you can't let your granddaughter do that. So Bill has to. Yeah. So he has one more go.
Oh, just stop. Don't tell me more.
Yeah.
Just say there's some more coming.
He has one more go at Five Finger Bill. That's all.
Okay, it's all right.
Now, I don't know if I got any more specifically planned, but I know he has one more go at Bill. Ed, that's not even a double bluff. That was meant to be clear. This is no giveaway. Bobby sent that telegram. That is part of the trap. That's not a spoiler, or maybe it is to you, but it wasn't meant to be a spoiler. That Bobby sent that telegram. That's part of the plot. Bobby sent that telegram. And it was set up by a scene a little bit ago, a couple of weeks ago, where Bobby says, I'm going to have them all on the train. I'm going to have them all on the train, including somebody close to Matt. So it's all been hinted at.
Yeah, it's good, Andy. Don't worry about it. Would you stop?
Me?
Jeez. Holy moly.
Shh, you're starting to show your non-angel side.
Disbelief. See, where do I look? My dad section.
Would you stop? You don't have a bad side. Just stop. Oh yeah, Pete, I do it close on purpose. I'm gonna wake you mothers up.
Okay.
Pete goes, ouch, don't hold it so close. The microphone. That was intentional.
We go.
They're fallen angels, which are my favorite kind.
Oh my goodness.
Actually, we've been discussing your badness.
Oh my badness. Doesn't quite sound the same.
Maybe if you said it in Daisy's voice.
Oh my badness. That wasn't right.
No, that wasn't quite it.
Oh my badness.
No, that's Annie.
That's
You're going Annie now.
Annie, oh my badness.
No, Annie. No, there's. I don't know. Maybe somebody would find Annie sexy. Maybe somebody would find Annie sexy.
She seems a little much.
Could you say something sexy as Annie? I don't know, what would you say? Something like,
Come on, baby, drop them. I'm all yours.
I don't know. It almost works.
Give it to me, baby.
Doesn't. No, you lose. See, when you try to do that, even though you're doing a comedy, you kind of lose Annie. You really gotta get that cigarette gruff.
Give it to me now. Give it to me, baby.
Well, hi, Mark.
That makes my throat sore.
It does. Well, how do you think I feel? You know, I lost my voice there when I had to redo that scene so many times. Because I'm doing all those voices, and I lost the sheriff. You know, I always have to go back to get the sheriff voice. I have to go back to Yosemite Sam. Don't sneeze now, you idiot dragon! And when I get to the dragon part, then I find, Oh, I want Alan to know. We didn't mean you, Alan. When we said Idjit Dragon, that's from an American cartoon. That wasn't you. Don't sneeze now, you Idjit Dragon! You'll blow us all to smithereens!
That's
Yosemite Sam.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam and Bugs Bunny.
But that's the
Bugs Bunny.
that's the genesis, the germ of the voice for the sheriff.
Oh. Oh, anybody thought Margaret Thatcher was sexy? Well, I don't know. Have we seen pictures of young Margaret Thatcher?
There was no pictures of Margaret. She was born that age and stayed that age.
I think I've seen like her 40s.
She was made in... Now, we can't talk about Margaret Thatcher because that's going to go politics.
Yeah, you're right. We shouldn't.
Even UK politics, we don't want to go there.
That's right. Nobody's...
But whether you voted for or not, look, I have voted for people that I thought were ugly as hell, so... but we want to keep politics out. But yes, Margaret Thatcher was not an attractive woman, in my opinion. But then there's a lot of people think attractive that I don't think are attractive. I don't think the Kardashians are attractive.
Yeah, it's Looney Tunes, Jack.
Yeah, Looney Tunes.
Yeah, Yosemite Sam. I knew they'd know that.
Randall's American.
Looney Tunes. Oh, okay. But Looney Tunes made it across the pond, I'm pretty sure. You don't think?
Dragons is... Yeah.
Dragons is... Finish that.
Don't sneeze now, you itch dragon! You'll blow us all to smithereens! Achoo! Dragons is so stupid.
That's it. Dragons is so stupid.
Again, sorry, Alan. But that wasn't a Welsh dragon, although it
Well,
could
we
have
can
been.
kind of see why Mel Blanc didn't do it. It's really hard on your throat.
Yeah, it is. To do Yosemite Sam is very hard on the throat. As I think about it now, what other characters are... Because I do a lot of gravelly voice characters.
You do.
You know, Walter Down is gravelly. Yeah, I told you.
Oh, Animaniacs.
Oh, I love
I
Animaniacs.
don't know about the new one. We
I haven't seen the
watched
new one
it
yet.
To know if it's any good. Yeah.
Yes, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Aren't you lucky? Oh, yeah, the personality is...
Yeah, and that's where I'm at too. I can't even think of looking at the bodies because they're such horrible people.
You know,
At least what they put on TV.
I think you've got a problem when you look better frowning than you do smiling. You know?
Oh, I'm sure they made it across the pond, Andrew.
commercial where Kim, she does that migraine and she smiles but it looks like it hurts. And that's not nice.
Well, that's like the new game show that the chick from...
Well, she does smile though.
Well, what's her name? Leah Remini that was in
Remini,
Scientology. Yeah, and she's obviously had a lot of face work done because when she smiles, it's hard to smile. And how she smiles and yet her mouth doesn't move, I don't know. A lot of surgery there.
Oh. Yeah, but we're really our harshest critic, though.
Oh,
Truly.
yeah. We're always our own harshest critic.
Always the harshest critic.
Be very, very quiet. I'm hunting a screwy rabbit. I'd have to take a little bit of time. Because Mayor Sumbish started at Foghorn Leghorn. And then I added the more Kentucky accent. That Mayor Sumbish started, as Foghorn Leghorn. I start with a voice I know how to do, and then I alter a bit. So if you listen to my Mayor Sumbish, there's a little bit of Foghorn Leghorn. Well, I say, looky here, boy, looky here.
Yeah.
Boy, I say, boy, that's not how you do it, boy. You gotta listen to me. I keep a pitching him and he keeps a ducking him. But then I slowed it down a bit and took away where he was always repeating himself.
Yeah.
Where he's looky here, boy. I say, looky here, boy. So I slowed it down. And then I widened it out a bit, a little more northern Kentucky. Wow, we some bitches. So, but it starts as Foghorn Leghorn, and then I adjust it till I get to a point I want, and then I have to talk for like 5-10 minutes in that voice until I nail the pattern. I mean, I could tell you guys how I go through making voices, but I think it would bore the heck out of you. But yeah, I mean, for example, Matt Clark started as a Clint Eastwood. No, Matt Clark started as Elvis Presley.
Still.
No, there's more than. Yeah, not Matt Clark. Matt Clark started as Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. And then again, I took the Elvis out of it and deepened it a bit. Now, Smokey, you know you can't be doing that. But it starts as Elvis until I move it to the place I want it to be. Who was Clint Eastwood? One of the characters started as Clint Eastwood. Five Finger Bill. Yeah, Five Finger Bill started as Clint Eastwood.
I like Five Finger Bill.
Five Finger Bill started as Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Do you feel lucky, punk? Do you feel lucky? And then I moved it back and add a Western accent to it. Well, he was fine. He was just fine. Your brother was good. I definitely didn't see anybody playing with throwing any dynamite around.
Wait, what?
No, your brother was good. See, I'm not even getting right into the voice now because my throat's a little sore. No, Sam was good. Sam was good. He was real good. So was Sal. I definitely didn't see anybody throwing any nitroglycerin jars around.
Wait, what?
Oh, you were so good with that one. That boy's about to shop. I say he's about to shop. It's a bowling ball. But like I said, that's where Mayor Sumbitch started. He starts there, and then I move him where he's not Foghorn Leghorn. But again, whenever I'm creating voices, I start with somebody, a voice I already know how to do, and then I just move it to a point. Dan D started as Ringo Starr, and then I just began mixing different UK accents I thought I knew how to do.
Trying to do Adam.
No, I can't do Adam Ant's voice.
Okay.
I don't listen to him talking. I would have to listen to him talk nonstop forever, and so I could pattern his voice and then slowly work on the inflections. But Ringo, I can do Ringo and I can do John. I can go down low and do John Lennon's voice. But there's a different inflection in John Lennon's voice. But there isn't Ringo. Ringo's a little bit high up, back in the voice more nasally, which is why my Ringo isn't as good, because my Ringo, I can't get my voice up into the nose. That's why some of my French accents and my Liverpudlian accents aren't as good. You've got to get that Liverpudlian accent up in the nose, and I can't get it up there. Especially when it's the Dingle accent where Ringo was from. I mean, even Ringo today doesn't sound like Ringo does back then. But I started with Ringo and then brought it closer to the John Lennon voice, and then I started adding the Van Dyke. What's Van Dyke's first name? The Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke. I added the Dick Van Dyke bad British accent from Bedknobs and Broomsticks and that. So I start with a Liverpool accent, mix a Liverpool accent, and then added the intentionally bad British, it's not Cockney. I've not tried to do Cockney, but just the stereotype. I don't know, because Lee definitely has a Liverpool accent, but he's more in that Anfield area. Like I said, Ringo is from an area called the Dingle, and that's a very distinct accent in Liverpool. If you ever got Jackie to speak online, it might sound fun. Hey, Jackie, you could come. Jackie, come online. Let's hear your Liverpool accent. Come on, go on the mic. Let's hear your. Because the only time I hear your Liverpool accent is when you're yelling for Lee from downstairs, and that's not the same. And then you got, So ferry, Boston, Mersey, Jerry Marsden. Very. This is a totally inappropriate joke. No, I shouldn't do it. It's politically incorrect.
So no. This is what you know too often.
You knew that joke.
Probably.
Yeah. Indeed, Ed, and that's why I tried to mix that accent of his, that horrible fake Cockney accent. But was his accent any more fake than Audrey Hepburn's? Oh, Henry Higgins. The rain in Spain stays mainly on the plain. I mean, that was Audrey Hepburn, and she was British, and her British accent was horrible.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what was I saying? Is that called whitewashing?
Whitewashing?
When you have an American do a British accent?
Yeah, that's whitewashing.
Although that was pretty funny. The dude who does James Bond.
The new one? Daniel Craig?
Daniel Craig, when he was doing the southern one in the race car show.
Oh. Daniel Craig
That was
has a
funny.
couple of TV shows where he does an American accent, a couple of movies where he does an his Cowboys and Aliens is very good. I love that. He did a great job with that. But his redneck accent in the what was the movie? Talladega Nights? No, it wasn't that one. Oh my God, what was it?
No, that was the race car one.
Yeah, it didn't do well at the box office, but Daniel Craig's redneck accent, I can't think of the movie, and then his southern accent in Knives Out is a little flawed, but still darn good. Yeah. Yes, Lee, we got it. You're still in the loft. That's because Jackie took the ladder away and won't let you down. She's going to feed you waffles because she can throw them up there to you.
They swing low. Those Hot Pockets would go okay.
Yes, Tim, you're back. Went off, left my stream, started your own stream, and everybody left. I was here alone. Everybody left and followed you to your stream, Tim. I don't appreciate that. I was alone, running my trains, telling jokes, and nobody was here to hear them. You went off and started your own stream and left me here alone. And I wanted to go onto your stream, but according to Ghostbusters, we can't cross streams. According to Ghostbusters and bathroom etiquette, you can't cross streams. Dad, we cross streams. Uh-oh, am I going to try to write that in? No, for Smokey? Oh, yeah, I meant to give you... What joke did you write? I meant to give you credit for the one joke I put in.
Don't worry about it. Good heavens.
No, I meant to...
No.
And I can't remember which one it is. I don't want to steal... It was in this episode, wasn't it? Or it's not in the coming episode because I just wrote it.
Well, the last one, we talked... A sight gags we were talking about.
Oh,
But that was all right.
yeah, you were suggesting the changing of all the signs. Yeah. Yeah.
You don't need credits, Steve.
An admission. For those of you who watched the episode today and saw all the signs changing, that joke was written by Joyce. Joyce wrote that joke. If you like the signs changing,
I got one.
that was Joyce's idea. She's the one who said, I was complaining that that scene did not have enough humor in it. That it just had the one Smokey joke in there and really nothing else. And Joyce said, well, why don't you put some signs in the background and make them silly?
You know, it's an unwritten rule, Randall. Everybody knows it.
So Joyce should get co-writer, because the second half, the only humor, that was Joyce's joke. So.
And that's the problem with the scene. They were not the comic people.
Oh, Lee was born in Wigan. See, I didn't think his voice was very Liverpool.
Oh, blew that one out. Huh.
That's it. You're fired, Lee.
Yeah,
I knew you were an Everton fan. I knew you were an Everton fan, Lee. Which is why you don't talk football, because Everton doesn't play football. I should shut up. Everton beat Liverpool this year.
Yeah.
But then again, everybody's beaten Liverpool this year.
Yeah, it's been a down year. Yeah, the problem, that wasn't a problem, but it's just this episode had this more serious characters.
Well, Randall was suggesting
So
that
it
we
was
should
hard
have
to-
more straight episodes, less
Okay.
over-the-top humor to balance out the humor.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of like, well, my thing is I'm going like Holy Grail and Blazing Saddles, where
Right.
there isn't a serious scene.
So anyway, it was subtle. You had to watch.
Speaking of Blazing Saddles, work, 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 work. Hello, boys. No, I'm sorry. Hello, boys. I've missed you. That always drove me crazy. He called the breast boys.
It's true.
I always thought that was weird.
It is weird.
I would never think of your breast as boys.
You just, I don't know.
Right,
Hello,
girls?
girls, I missed you? I don't know.
So they're on the other side of the movie. Hey, Jerry Settarelli. No, I so want to make that joke, but it would be totally wrong, and I don't want to offend anybody. I'll change it differently. Okay, Jackie.
Oh, we do.
Jackie, if Lee were a little magical being, a little, not bean, person, in a tutu with a little magic wand, and you're on the other side of the Mersey, would Jerry Marsden see you with Lee floating along like Tinkerbell and say, look, it's a ferry across the Mersey?
Oh, well, that's what makes us winners. We laugh at each other's jokes.
I'm laughing in here.
Right.
Seriously, that's funny. I'm laughing in here.
Harry fails. I read that as Harry fails. Oh, man, we didn't like that one.
Carl, I do not say your jokes are old. I just say that there is as yet undiscovered pygmy tribes on islands in the Pacific that know them. Oh, we haven't done any, well, you weren't here. I haven't done any charity because we don't do it. Is there anybody whose channel needs some charity? We did do one for Peter. We doubled, my show doubled Peter Zornika's membership.
Nice.
Actually, he went from 6 to 16. In fact,
Woo!
let's see if he's gained even more. Peter, if you're still there, let's check. We did a shout out for Peter.
You did.
We even showed his channel. We're looking for P for Peter. We just don't want to cross streams with the P. He's up to 20.
Is that the-
During my show, we got Peter Zornica 14 additional subscribers. He started at 4 or 5 or 6, and he's up to 20 now.
That's not a burn. We feel good about it. What the heck?
So, no, he's teasing.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Oh well, you can't read it. Go back to your screen. Look on your screen and read. So, anybody else? It was on 5. It's now on 20. I'm going to take credit for that.
Woo-hoo.
I'm going to take credit for that.
Oh, yeah. Either that or Daisy did.
You were number 6, I was number 7. Okay. As long as I wasn't number 2.
Oh, yeah.
So yes, here at the Dodge Charities Foundation, we can help you. If we can get them up to 25 subscriptions by the end of this show, Daisy will make an appearance. Maybe even a vocal appearance.
Sure, Daisy was going to do.
We gotta get Pete Clark up too. We gotta get everybody up. Everybody join everybody's channel.
Well, we don't mind a little reciprocation.
Tim, last time somebody with a bigger channel than me asked me to give them a shout out, they lost 5 subscribers.
That's not true.
How many was it?
We gained a handful for.
No, we got Heath like 3. We got Heath 3.
Oh, there you go.
Is Timber Sir saying he passed me?
Yeah. What the heck, man?
Well, he's gonna
It's okay.
should now feel better.
Yeah.
God, I finally passed that loser in America.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was somebody else. So yeah, he did. He shot right past me. 884 now.
Wow. Share a little bit.
Well, he was at 500 just what, a month ago? You were at 500 or so?
Wow, he's got a big drop.
See, Lee's at 359, so I remember when Lee dropped a bit, and glad to see you shot back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. Yeah, I was at 820 at this time last week, and then right after my stream, I went all the way down to 811. So YouTube must have done some kind of a sweep. And when I started the stream, I was back up to 818. And again, really, I think I count my members, my subscribers now more.
Oh, good, Jackie.
I think your subscriber, people talk about subscribers in here, and people will say, yeah, so yes, a couple of months ago, just had 500. Well, eventually you were going to catch. Timber Surf, you have that kind of channel that should have lots of subscribers. You know I've said that before. You have great information, great knowledge. Maybe lighten up, throw in a joke now and then. Don't be so serious. Throw out a little kissy hug. Get a sexy model. You'll go up to 2,000.
Admire somebody's legs,
Yeah, admire somebody's legs. That always goes. I mean, Joyce pointed out she loved Alan's legs, and Alan immediately subscribed. So, but
He
yeah.
said he had good-looking legs.
To me, there's always a domino. There's a domino. You get that one person, you make that one appearance on the live stream, and a couple of people join, and then all of a sudden it's boom, 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 boom.
Sure.
I mildly had that happen when I jumped from, in the last year I jumped 600. I went from 200 in November of 2019, and I shot up to 818 here. So in a year, I've gone up about 600. I was at 218 in November of 2019. So in a year and 4 months, I went up 600. But I don't have a channel that's going to grow. The fact that that close to 1,000 is shocking, because I really don't expect I'd ever hit 1,000.
35 of you keep coming back. It's kind of amazing.
Yeah. So it was just one of those things. Now, again, why did it take you so long to suddenly explode? And why did somebody like well, let's say Tristan from Double O'Neill, where he shot past 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 within like 6 months.
Yeah.
It's again.
But
it's
he
just,
had his girlfriend on the thing.
It's
Wasn't that
no,
the right one?
no,
That's the wrong
no.
one.
There's something catches and it snowballs. If you've got the right kind of channel, it may take 300, 400 subscribers, 500, but you will catch it. Will snowball.
Okay, I remember.
Ollie's another one who started and just exploded.
Yeah, Ollie's one with the girlfriend.
Tim was one that worked at it, where Tim just had gradual growth all the way through. Me, I've had growth spurts. I was at 200 forever, then all of a sudden, bam, 300, 400, 500. Then I stopped at the 500 for a bit, then all of a sudden it was 600, 700. Now I broke 800, but I kind of stagnated again. But again, I obviously, with what I do or don't do, I'm not actively trying to get subscribers. I do my thing, and if people come on, awesome. If they don't, that's cool too. I've got 20 to 30 people who come to my live stream. That's what I'm after. I'm not here to educate people. I'm not here to show them what I know, because this would be a totally different channel. This would be a literature channel, and then you'd hear me going off on my knowledge of literature, poetry, the arrogance I have for my knowledge of history, my linguistics, and I would go very arrogant and annoy everybody. So I keep it. You know, and Randall, you should be higher up. And Tim, that's exactly it. It's the people that hang out. And there's a core group here, and many of us, all of you that live stream, we share, and these are the most awesome people. And if I start naming names, I'm going to wind up naming all names. But there are people that we see at every live stream, as long as they don't go to somebody's live stream and get banned from those live streams that ban people, which is just so. I know somebody will take what I'm about to say and take it to them. I guess I don't care. Banning is so. If you had a personal problem with that person, I understand banning. But where, well, I didn't like what they said on that one live stream, so I'm going to ban them. That's BS. Get over it and get over yourself. It's one thing if you had a personal problem where that person did something rude and nasty to you, where you were being badgered, or they came on your channel and did stuff. Yeah, there are times where banning is appropriate. But there are a couple of popular channels that are banning people because they disagree with what you say. And that's just wrong.
No.
I have to rant at least once. It's in the contract. It's in the contract.
No, not the German lesson stream. I wondered if you could open a new channel and do German lessons.
Yeah, I did that. It was called online teaching for a year. How'd that go? Even the kids that had to be there were tuning off.
Well, you would get people who wanted to be there, not...
Well, yeah. I'm good with the people that want to be there. Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. Wie geht es Ihnen? Ich möchte euch allen willkommen nach meiner Online-Internet-Deutsches Unterricht. Ich hoffe, dass nach 10 Jahren können Sie ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. I just said I hope after 10 years you can speak German.
I understood that.
Did you really? Yeah. Meine Frau mag Duolingo und jetzt versteht sie alles Deutsch.
Nee.
Doch.
False.
Oh, and now you can't remember. Falsch.
Or
Or what else could you have said?
false.
Stimmt nicht.
Stimmt nicht, ja.
Stimmt oder stimmt nicht. And and Lee, see, you guys go live. They won't let me change it on YouTube. I'm going to change it somehow. I don't go live. I go undead. I don't live stream. I undead stream. I am just a pretty face.
Oh no, Tim lost 2 subs?
What?
Tim Lakers, you won those 2 subs.
We'll find out.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not too worried about it.
Oh yeah. For sure.
Consider yourself at home.
Yeah.
Consider yourself part of the family. Okay, and I want to distinguish to you some different German accents. Okay, here are some different German accents. This is Hochdeutsch, proper German accent. Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren. Wie geht es Ihnen heute Abend? This is the same thing in Plattdeutsch. Guten Abend, Damen und Männer. Ich möchte Ihnen sehen. Guten Abend.
Moin, moin.
Moin, moin. And then this is Southern German. Guten Abend, meine Damen und Herren, wie geht es Ihnen? That was Southern German.
Taxi Coca-Cola.
What's for supper? Ask her, she cooks. It's whatever we pick up on the road because we got to go running. We got to end the stream fairly quick, and we got some running we got to do. We got to go buy a new robot, a floor robot. Our
Trying to get the old one working again, and it did not.
I'm the runner-up for what? What am I the runner-up?
I think subs for it. That's probably not right either.
Subs? Subs?
I don't know.
Where do you think it's Steak Escape? Oh, subs. That's good. I'm the runner-up.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Germany just declared war. Oh no, guys! I have made some very bad I shouldn't say anti-German jokes. But I've made some jokes in front of Germans that make them go and then laugh. You probably don't find them funny, but we've done this in front of Germans where, the Germans were getting very upset, and I said, I know what happens when a German gets upset. Poland gets invaded. And the German's like, that's not funny.
That doesn't make me laugh. Yeah, oh my goodness.
That's not funny. Hey, I'm German. I can make fun of us. You will be shot and asked to leave the country. Do you have any last words? Wir werden die Fragen stellen. We will be placing a question.
Yeah, there definitely is a German sense of humor.
There is a German sense of
Our
humor.
problem came in when we had a German who had a British sense of humor. It was a little
Well,
hard
that's
to
just
make
it.
up
The
with.
German, the Brits have. Did it? Oh, wow! I said we might have to add this. Oops, we're offline.
It's green.
It says it's green. Are you disconnected? Is it just you? Oh, did I just get banned?
How did you get banned? It's still going. I don't know.
Oh, let me see if it's the same on here. No, we seem to be good here. Did your computer lose? Oh, your computer lost internet. That's why. Sorry, her laptop lost internet. Well, I had a huge dip where I went into the red for a while because I assumed the idiots would treat. Okay, there. Well, no.
What was that?
Oh, it's back. Okay, so go back here and hit refresh, or do that, or now do that. Push the button, Frank. Well, see, that's the funny thing. In parts of Germany, if you want water that's not fuzzy water, you have to say Wasser ohne Gas. But other parts of Germany don't get them. They go, gas in the water? What are you talking about? You want stilles Wasser. Yeah, we figured Joyce lost her internet on her laptop. But anyhow, Joseph, Yes, we have been to many places. We have been to the cuckoo clock store in Germany. Actually, both of them, because they argue over who's the better one.
Oh, I think anywhere you go, if they think they're the biggest.
Well, no, because in St. Goar on the Rhine River, they claim to have the biggest biggest cuckoo clock, freestanding, free hanging cuckoo clock, and then the other one is the biggest, the largest stein and all that. A couple of them claim it, but yeah, that's how far behind the chat is, though. They're just now responding to us, going, "What's the matter?" No, Germans. I would say Germans have a dry sense of humor that people don't necessarily get. In the UK have like two very different humors. There's a very dry humor and a very off-the-wall, anything-goes humor. And then American humor is all in between, but Germany's like sort of...
Stilles Wasser works too.
Stilles Wasser, Sprudelwasser, Sprudel, but mit Sprudel. Mit Sprudel means it's got the stuff in it. So you'd say ohne Sprudel. But Sprudel's also a name brand there.
Yeah, okay.
So Sprudel is mit Kohlensäure, with carbonation. Kohlensäure is carbonation. And ohne Gas or Stilles Wasser or ohne Sprudel is plain water. But Germans will look at you weird if you want regular water.
You don't care.
They don't care.
I don't care.
You don't care.
I don't like the fizzy water. Anthony drinks in beer.
Well, our favorite is places in Germany where we're known, because, like, to ask for ketchup on your French fries in Germany is considered weird. Now they get, at least in towns that don't get a lot of tourists. But you want ketchup on your hummus? You want ketchup on your fries? Oh, Jackie's going.
You should go too at 6 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. We got to get going.
Bedtime. There you go.
Well, you got to remember, those translations of Dragon Ball Z are done by the guys doing it, and sometimes they're a little when they're doing them, and they just have fun with it. Mm-hmm. When they're doing the voices, like the old karate movies, Oh my God, it is 6. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. My God, your God, whatever God. Somebody's God. Somebody's got it 6 o'clock.
Okay, don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't.
Well, we got 33 this time.
I know.
Thank you, Daisy.
Welcome, baby.
All right, everybody, I'm going to actually cut this real fast because it's already 6 o'clock. I didn't know I was going that long already. Ooh, time flies.
The sun's still up.
Yeah, the sun's still up. That's it. Because, actually, this would be 7. No, we went ahead. This is only 5 o'clock in reality, to the body. Anyhow, Wasser ohne Blauungen. Yeah, there's that one too. Ohne Blauungen.
I've heard of that one. Huh.
So anyhow, everybody, thank you for coming out, being a part of our Saturday evening. You guys are awesome. Thanks for coming in. And again, if you don't mind, those of you who come back and watch the video, please leave comments on either the video or the cartoon when it's loaded up. Just let us know what you thought, what you liked, because that kind of helps steer me in other places. But anyhow, I want to say to all of you, as always, thanks for being here. You guys help make my bad weeks great. And we just enjoy having you here. So as always, I'll be the Zane. Choose.